Welcome back, Pokemon trainers and fans. This is your host, Professor Pine, bringing you another episode of the Pokemon Fight Club. Thursday morning, let's get right into it. Our first matchup is going to feature Aipom, a pure normal type featuring Strength, Double Team, Baton Pass, and Agility. And its opponent will be Kabuto, a Rock-Water type featuring Rollout, Giga Drain, Blizzard, and Attract. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. Again, here at Challenge Cup Stadium. Only 4 more episodes to go, including this one. Here at this team, then we'll move to the Prime Cup on Monday. And from there, it's going to be 2 weeks per round. And I was looking at the calendar just before I started this one to figure out when everything would take place. So basically, it's going to be 16 weeks instead of 28. And that'll take us into November. And then we will start the playoffs. Right then with the regional tournaments, and then finally wrap up with the championships. So turn 1, Aipom with a double team, and Kabuto goes for a Blizzard, and that's going to miss. So already Aipom getting some control in this battle. Let's go into turn number 2. Aipom's going to go for a Strength, so no damage turn 1. Turn number 2, not very effective with the Strength. And Kabuto's going to recoup some of its loss with a Giga Drain, and not much damage there, so neither Pokemon doing much damage to the other. Aipom not with any real attacking moves outside of Strength, so that's going to be its only real play here. So Aipom with the Strength again. Again, not very effective. That brings Kabuto down to 177. Kabuto coming in with the Blizzard. And that's going to miss. So the double team plus Blizzard's already horrible accuracy is probably going to spell Kabuto's doom here. Another Strength from Aipom. And really the only 2 other attacks that Aipom could use is Baton Pass, which won't do anything since there's no other Pokemon on the team. And Agility, well, that'll raise its speed, but it already has priority. So it's going to continue to use Strength here. It looks like Kabuto's just going to try to freeze it out. A Blizzard would do some pretty significant damage. Here comes another Strength. Again, not very effective. It brings Kabuto down to 93. Here comes the Blizzard. And another miss. So Aipom taking advantage of the double team here. And Aipom's going to go for a Strength attack. And again, not much damage, brings Kabuto down to 55, and Kabuto's going to try to recoup some damage. Here comes a Giga Drain, and that as well is going to miss. So the double team is double teaming it right here. Kabuto needs to hit something here to have any chance of staying alive in this battle. One more Strength attack. That's going to bring Kabuto down to 16. Kabuto answering with one last Blizzard. And that too will miss. So Aipom just wasted all of Kabuto's Blizzards. No power points left for that move. So it really doesn't have much of a choice here. Here comes the Strength, and this should do it. And it will. So Kabuto goes down. Aipom is your winner handedly. Much in thanks to Double Team causing Kabuto to miss almost every single attack. I think it landed 1 Giga Drain, and that was it. So Aipom's your winner. We'll be right back with the next battle. Next up, we have Octillery, the evolved form of Remoraid. Pure Water type featuring Octazooka, Hyper Beam, Focus Energy, and Lock-On. And its opponent will be Mr. Mime, a pure Psychic type featuring Psybeam, Barrier, Baton Pass, and Substitute. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So as I was mentioning, we were figuring out how to do this. I wanted to get all of the battles done in 1 week per round, but obviously that's putting too much strain. So we're going to do 1 episode a day, and each round's going to take 2 weeks. So Monday through Friday. So at least that's gonna stay where it is. The Monday through Friday is going to stay, but we'll just be uploading once a day instead of twice. So, all right. So Mr. Mime's going to unleash a Psybeam here. And that's going to hit and brings Octillery down to 213, so some good damage there. And Octillery's going to answer back with Hyper Beam. So that's going to hit, and that's going to bring Mr. Mime down to 72 health, so Octazooka needs to recharge after that. And Mr. Mime's going to go for another Psybeam here. So that's going to hit. That's bringing Octillery down to 116. So one more Psybeam, and that should do it. Now Octillery's looking to play Spoiler here with the Hyper Beam. So Mr. Mime with the priority. Here comes the Psybeam. If Octillery can hang on, it's got a shot. There's the hit, and it hangs out with 26 health. Octillery coming in with the Hyper Beam. If this hits, it will be over. There's a hit, and Mr. Mime goes down on turn 3 to Hyper Beam. A well-fought battle, but Octillery outlasting Mr. Mime to be your winner in this one. So with that, that'll bring us to battle number 3 coming up next. Next up, we have Unown, the pure Psychic type. Its only attack is Hidden Power. And its opponent will be Tangela, pure Grass type, featuring Giga Drain, Thief, Sleep Powder, and Growth. Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. So you may notice down in the ticker, we all of a sudden have a battle of 2 3-in-1 Pokemon at the end, and normally there's an even split. There was one battle of 2 0-4s that we're going to save for a very special Saturday edition of the Pokemon Fight Club, only because this battle is so much been looking forward to, we have to wait for a Saturday just by itself. Alright, so Tangela with a Thief, that'll bring Unown down to 180. Here comes the Hidden Power from Unown, and that will just do some damage. Nothing necessarily spectacular, but the Thief from Tangela is enough to do super effective damage against Unown's Psychic typing. So that'll bring Unown down to 82. Here comes another Hidden Power. That's going to bring Tangela down to 130, so they're fairly even. Tangela more in control than Unown, and that's kind of weird. You can actually see its cornea there on the close-up of Unown. So here comes the Thief from Tangela. That's going to hit, and Unown goes down. Tangela is your winner once again. I say once again, this is only its second win in 5 weeks. But Tangela is your winner over Unown. The Dark type attack was too much for Unown to handle. So we'll be right back. Now up, we have Shuckle, a Bug Rock type featuring Sludge Bomb, Rollout, Bide, and Sandstorm. And its opponent will be Pidgeot, the normal flying type featuring Fly, Swift, Steel Wing, and Whirlwind. So Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. I always thought that was kind of interesting that some of the unevolved Pokemon are doing better in the tournament than their fully evolved forms. This is one of them with Pidgeot. You can see kind of like Kadabra is traditionally better than Alakazam. There's a couple others. Smoochum is an unevolved form, and it's, I believe, still undefeated. It's one of the 15 remaining undefeateds. So here we go with turn number 1. We'll see how this one pans out. Pidgeot going to start with a Steel Wing. And that's going to miss. So Shuckle already with a free turn. It's going to use Rollout. But that's going to miss too. So nothing doing on turn 1. Quite a few warning shots there from each Pokemon. And it looks like Pidgeot's going to go up into the air. It's going to be a fly attack on turn 3. So turn 2, Sludge Bomb is going to miss here. So 2 turns, no damage. Here comes turn number 3, and Pidgeot with the fly and a little backflip. And that'll bring Shuckle down to 170. Here comes a Sludge Bomb. That's going to hit, and it's going to get the poison damage on Pidgeot, so that's going to help Shuckle quite a bit. And Pidgeot looks like it's going to continue the aerial assault, so it's going to go up into the air, but it will get hurt by poison. And Shuckle's going to go ahead and use Bide, so it's not going to do anything this turn. Turn number 2, here comes the Fly. And that's going to hit and bring Shuckle down to 135. Pidgeot hurt by the poison. Still storing energy, so no attack here. And it looks like Pidgeot's going to go back up into the air once more. Hurt by the poison. Shuckle's going to unleash the energy, but this is going to miss. So that's rather unfortunate there. Pidgeot coming back in with Fly. So that's going to hit and bring Shuckle down to 97. Pidgeot's at 136. Shuckle going for another bye. So an interesting strategy here. So Shuckle's opting to store some energy. Pidgeot going for a Whirlwind, so that's not going to do any damage. That's going to foil Shuckle's plan there. Pidgeot hurt by the poison brings it down to 96 health. Alright, and now Pidgeot's going to go back up into the air. More poison damage brings it down to 56. Here comes the Bide, and that's going to miss again. So Shuckle not having any luck right now with Bide. It's having more luck with the poison damage he got off from the Sludge Bomb. Here comes the Fly from Pidgeot. And that's going to miss, plus the poison damage to itself brings it down to 16. Here comes a Sludge Bomb from Shuckle for the win. And that's going to hit, and Pidgeot goes down. Shuckle is your winner by knockout, especially in thanks to the poison damage that it got from the first Sludge Bomb. So Shuckle is your winner in battle number 4. So we are a third of the way through this episode. We'll be right back. The next battle is going to feature Bellossom, the fully evolved form of Oddish on the Jotonian side, pure grass type with Petal Dance, Cut, Poison Powder, and Attract. And its opponent will be the water starter for Kanto, the always lovable Squirtle, featuring Surf, Bite, Blizzard, and Rain Dance. Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So this is another one that could go either way, even though there is a distinct type advantage. Squirtle's Blizzard could take out Bellossom fairly quickly, but Bellossom with the grass-type attacks could nail a one-hit KO right here on turn number 1. So here we go. The commands are issued. Turn number 1, and Squirtle gets the priority with Blizzard. Now, it might not do too much damage because of the... Oh, it's got a freeze! Squirtle got a freeze. I thought it wouldn't do that much damage because of the water typing, not necessarily ice. But Squirtle gets the freeze on Bellossom. So as long as it doesn't accidentally thaw out the ice, Squirtle will be your winner by freeze. So here comes another Blizzard. So that will hit, super effective, brings Bellossom down to 52 health. It's still frozen. So Squirtle not going to get the Oko, but it is going to get the shutout so long as it doesn't miss this next attack. Here comes a Surf. And that'll bring Bellossom down to 14. So just kind of playing with it at this point. It's still frozen. But you got to be feeling good if you're Squirtle right now. This will be your first win of the tournament. Bellossom will go to 0-5. So here comes the Surf. That'll knock it out. Squirtle is your winner by freeze. So Bellossom just had the type advantage but got frozen on turn 1. So Squirtle, your winner. So we'll be back here in just a minute with battle number 6. So stay tuned. Next up, we have Sentret, the pure normal type, featuring Headbutt, Shadow Ball, Rollout, and Defense Curl. And its opponent will be Magikarp, the pure water type, featuring Tackle, Flail, and Splash. The Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield for this one. So Sentret with the overall advantage just in that its opponent is Magikarp. But again, you don't want to necessarily count things out. A critical hit Flail, when it's down to 2 health, could knock out a Sentret. So you just never know. So, all right, so here we go. The commands are being issued. And thankfully, the rental Pokemon movesets suck, but at least Magikarp has Tackle, at the very least. So it can do some damage just like that there. Here comes Sentret with a Shadow Ball. That will hit and bring Magikarp down to 177. like I said, at least Magikarp has some moves. Now, the Saturday event you don't want to miss. It's going to be fireworks every turn. I know I said they were 0-4 Pokemon, but it promises to be quite the showdown. So Magikarp with the tackle there brings Sentret down to 224. Another Shadow Ball from Sentret brings Magikarp down to 120, and Special Defense has fallen, so Shadow Ball is going to do a little bit more damage than what it has been. So Magikarp's now going to use Flail. Excuse me. So that'll hit and bring Sentret down to 199. Here comes the Shadow Ball from Sentret. So that'll hit and bring Magikarp down to 65 health. So one more Shadow Ball, and that should wrap up this battle. Alright, and here comes the Flail from Magikarp. Some good damage there. Brings Sentret down to 151. Here comes the Shadow Ball. This could end it. No, Magikarp hangs on with 3 health. So remember what I said earlier about Magikarp hitting a critical hit with a Flail on 2 health? We might be seeing it. Alright, so here comes the Flail from Magikarp. So that'll hit, and Sentret's down to 33 health. Here comes the Shadow Ball. And that'll take out Magikarp. So a great comeback from Magikarp, falls just a bit shy. Sentret is your winner, narrowly over Magikarp. So that was actually impressive. I would have been very blown away had Magikarp won. But we'll be right back with the second half. Next up on the docket, we have Poliwag, a pure water type featuring Hydro Pump, Body Slam, Hypnosis, and Rain Dance. And its opponent will be Eevee, the pure normal type, featuring Takedown, Iron Tail, Shadow Ball, and Sand Attack. So Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. So both Pokemon with really good movesets in terms of diversity. Poliwag could be dangerous with the Hypnosis, also adding in the Rain Dance to pump up the Hydro Pump. So this could be a quick one. Eevee is always very spry, very much ready to go. We'll see how it's able to take on Poliwag. So here we go, turn number 1. Poliwag is going to start with a Hypnosis. And that's going to hit, so Eevee is going to fall asleep on turn number 1. There it is, fast asleep. Adorable as ever. It needs to be able to come back from sleep, so Poliwag's going to pump up the Rain Dance. So it's now raining here at the stadium, and Eevee is still fast asleep, so it's another free move for Poliwag. Two moves in and no damage yet, or Poliwag might be looking to bring on the hurt here. And it will. Here comes the Hydro Pump. This should do significant damage. It's a miss. And Eevee's going to wake up on turn 3 and launch a Shadow Ball. That's going to hit, and Poliwag's down to 187. And the rain's going to continue to fall here at the stadium. So Eevee already waking up from the sleep, but that allowed Poliwag to set up the offense. So here comes the Hydro Pump again. It's another miss. So Eevee capitalizing here. Here comes another Shadow Ball. That'll hit and bring Poliwag down to 109. So Poliwag, with the power behind it, just can't get the accuracy. So how is this going to play out? Poliwag with another Hydro Pump. And eventually the Rain Dance will wear off. There's a hit. That's going to bring Eevee down to 119. Eevee with the Shadow Ball. That's going to hit and bring Poliwag down to 30. So Poliwag has its... Oh, and it just lowered its special defense. So Eevee with an opportunity here to capitalize, but Poliwag needs to make a mistake in order for this to become a reality. Poliwag with the Hydro Pump. If this misses, Eevee has a definitive shot. And it misses. So 1 out of 4 on the Hydro Pump. Here comes a Shadow Ball. A critical hit, and Eevee takes the win from Poliwag, survives the Hypnosis, and overcomes the powered-up Hydro Pump. So Eevee is your winner and gets its first win of the tournament. Congratulations, Eevee. So we'll be right back with the next battle. Next up, we have Weedle, the bug poison type with Poison Sting and String Shot as its only attacks. And its opponent will be Meowth, the pure normal type with Slash, Feint Attack, Shadow Ball, and Screech. The Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. Meowth with a distinct advantage here in that Weedle's Poison Sting doesn't do much. Now, it could win by poison damage. We've seen that happen with other Pokemon, so it is a possibility, but Meowth's attack outweighs Weedle quite significantly. So here we go. The commands are being issued for turn number 1. And Meowth is going to get the priority. Here comes a Slash. And a critical hit to start the battle. Weedle down to 76 health. Here comes the Poison Sting. And that barely moves the needle. No poison damage there. So Weedle already in trouble from Meowth with the Slash. Here we go, turn 2, looking for the knockout here. And Meowth will get it. So Weedle goes down on turn 2 by knockout, in thanks to Slash. So Meowth is your winner there, getting its first victory of the tournament. Congratulations to Meowth. Alright, so we have 4 more battles to go in this episode. We'll be right back. Next up, we have Tyrogue, the pure fighting type with Rock Smash, Strength, Double Team, and Attract. And its opponent will be Butterfree, the fully evolved form of Caterpie, Bug Flying type featuring Gust, Psychic, Hyper Beam, and Stun Spore. The Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. Butterfree with the advantage here, having a Psychic type move over Tyrogue's fighting type. There's a little jumping jack from Tyrogue, ready to go. And here comes Butterfree. So here we go, turn number 1. Let's see how this one pans out. Butterfree's going to come right out with the Psychic on turn number 1. Super effective, and Tyrogue hangs on with 73 health. Here comes a double team. So the evasiveness is going to go up. Butterfree is still with full health. So Tyrogue's going to need a little bit of help as long as it misses the next Psychic attack. And here it comes. Psychic Blast from Butterfree. So that's going to hit super effective. And Butterfree wins on turn 2 by knockout. Complete shutout as well. So Butterfree is your winner over Tyrogue. Excuse me. So we have 3 more battles to go. The last one will be a battle between 2, 3, and 1s. We'll be right back. Next up on the docket, we have Rhyhorn, a pure ground and rock type, featuring Earthquake, Rollout, Iron Tail, and Scary Face. And its opponent will be Snubbull, a pure normal type, featuring Strength, Shadow Ball, Charm, and Swagger. The Pokemon ready, let's head back to the battlefield. Anytime a ground type has Earthquake, I usually lean towards that unless there's a type disadvantage. So Rhyhorn is where I'm leaning for this one. Again, both Pokemon 0 wins, 4 losses on the tournament. One of them is going to pick up their first win here. Let's see if it's Rhyhorn. So the commands are issued. Let's head back down to the battlefield. And Snubbull will get the priority with Swagger. So Rhyhorn's attack went way up, and it's also going to battle Confusion now. And it's going to get off the Earthquake. This could be dangerous. So that's going to hit. Snubbull's going down, down, down. Hangs on with 4 hit points. So already a very scary start to this battle. And Snubbull without many options. Here comes a Shadow Ball. So that's going to hit. That's going to bring Rhyhorn down to 264. No longer confused. It's going to come in with Iron Tail for the finish. And it's going to miss. So a miss on turn 2 may have just cost Rhyhorn the win. I know I say that when it's far outweighing the health. So here comes a Shadow Ball from Snubbull again. And a critical hit this time brings Rhyhorn down to 165. Here comes the Iron Tail again for the win. That's going to hit, and Snubbull goes down on turn 3. Rhyhorn is your winner by quite the margin. So Rhyhorn will take home its first win of the tournament. Congratulations to Rhyhorn. 2 more battles to go. Stay tight. Next up, it's an all-out bug out. Here comes Caterpie, the pure bug type with tackle and string shot. And its opponent will be Pinsir, the pure bug type with Fury Cutter, Vice Grip, Submission, and Focus Energy. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield. Pinsir, 1 win, 3 losses. Caterpie, 0 for 4. So Pinsir with the advantage here, both in power and defense. So we'll see if Caterpie can maybe string shot and tackle its way to a victory. I don't know. Maybe. So here we go. Pokemon staring each other down, and here we go. Turn number 1. And Pinsir's going to go for Vice Grip. A critical hit on turn 1 brings Caterpie down to 130. Caterpie's going to go for a string shot, so Pinsir may have just lost priority. Its speed is going to decrease, but Caterpie is in danger right now. Another Vice Grip like that, and it's nighty-night. So Caterpie will get the priority here. Here comes a tackle, and that barely does any damage. Pinsir with the Vice Grip. That's going to connect, and Caterpie hangs on with 48 health, so it has a glimmer. I'm not going to say necessarily a chance, but, I mean, it's there. You never know. Caterpie coming in for another tackle. That'll bring Pinsir down to 249, so it's getting some damage in. And here comes the Vice Grip, and that'll end it. So Pinsir is your winner over Caterpie. So I'm sure at some point Caterpie will face off against either Weedle, Metapod, Kakuna, somewhere in there to possibly get the win. But those are going to be very long battles. So, one more to go. We'll be right back. Our final battle of this episode is going to introduce us back into the winning side of the bracket. We have Slowking at 3 wins, 1 loss, and Dragonite at 3 wins, 1 loss. So, let's meet the competitors. Slowking, Water Psychic type featuring Psychic, Water Gun, Disable, and Growl. And its opponent will be Dragonite, the Dragon Flying type, featuring Twister, Wing Attack, Dragon Rage, and Leer. The Pokemon are ready. Let's head back to the battlefield for this last battle of this episode. So don't forget, 13 more tonight. And then Friday we'll have 12 and 12 because we have that special battle on Saturday. So it evens everything out. So the competitors are on the field now. We're waiting for the commands to be issued. So both Pokemon looking very aggressive here. So Dragonite's going to come out right out with a Dragon Rage attack. So that's going to hit not much damage, though. Only about 40 damage. Here comes a Psychic from Slowking. And that's going to do about a third damage to Dragonite. So Dragonite may want to rethink its strategy here. And Dragonite's now going to go in for a Wing Attack. There's a little bit more damage. Slowking down to 218. Slowking coming back again with another Psychic. So Slowking in control here brings Dragonite down to 102. So one more Psychic, and Slowking should have this one pretty much wrapped up. Dragonite coming back again with another Wing Attack. A crit could do it. So that'll hit. That'll bring Slowking down to 116. Here comes the Psychic attack, and this should put the finishing touch on Dragonite. And it will. So Slowking is your winner over Dragonite in a very well-battled event. So with that, that's the end of this episode. I'm your host, Professor Pine. This is the Pokemon Fight Club. And thank you again for watching. Make sure to give this video a like. Comment down below what match you really enjoyed or who you're cheering for. And hit that subscribe button. So until next time, just stay safe, and we'll see you in the next episode.